Hi guys, good morning. In this video we are going to discuss about how do we aggregate the values which has been filtered by a specific user, the same time which is not been filtered out, what is the value. So to understand the differences between the filtered value and the non-filtered value, let's take if a user comes in and then shortlisting few selected state, then on top of all the states what is the contribution of that state, and then like excluding those selected state what is the contribution of the reverse. To understand this purpose, what is an idea, simple as that. So how to do it in Tableau? Yeah, Tableau helps us with a simple idea of calculation field. Let's do that here. So the calculation field, let's start creating a calculation field. You can click here and then like create calculation field. On top of it you can give whatever the name that you wanted to have. Let's take, I'm giving not selected values, simple as that, not selected value. Let's take, I wanted to understand the distribution on top of quantity. Okay, I'm taking quantity, dry and dropping it. Now let's do it here, sum of this quantity. Yeah, prior to that, sum of quantity is basically like whatever we are selecting, simple as that. And then the second scenario is that now we wanted to understand the difference of unselected data and non-selected data. Okay, to get that the overall fixed value is required for us. Yep, let me start creating the overall those selected fixed values. To get that, there is a predefined function in Tableau called fixed. Yep, I'm choosing fixed. On top of fixed, I'm giving fixed, it's basically a colon, yes, sum of, again quantity comes in. Maybe I think I can use the same quantity for now. Okay, so sum of quantity, this is basically the fixed one. I'm closing the brackets in order to close it. Yeah, so this becomes the fixed sum of quantity, simple as that. So basically like, it will never change, it would be the overall sum of quantity, simple as that. Since we haven't made any changes, so it remains the same. On top of it, I'm just wanted to subtract the values which I have selected now. So selected value would be produced based on the quantity which has been available. Cool. Yep, this becomes your formula. On top of it, let's start creating it. Look at it here, the calculation is valid now. So let me close it, and then the name I'm creating is not selected value. You can have a look here, not selected value would be generated here. Let's check that. Yep, look at it here, not selected value is getting generated, and that is basically for a calculated field in measure terms, simple as that. Now let's create this. What is the value? Let's take, we have been done this on quantity. Let me take quantity and draw it here. This is the overall quantity value. Cool, that is fine. Now let's take non-selected value, drop it. Yep, nothing, there is no differences actually because everything is selected. I'm getting everything. Let me take drag and drop quantity here. Yep, seems to be better. For a better understanding purpose, I would drop this way. Yep, so the selected value is 37,833.73 quantity. On top of it, the difference is basically 0 because there is not selected value is nothing. Now let me do some filterings on top of anything that we wanted to have. Let me plot segments, and then I'm choosing it in a filter. On top of it, we have 3 segments. On top, within this, I'm going to deselect something within this. I don't want it to understand a corporate. Cool, and I click that. Look at it here, the overall value is 26,265, which is being the contribution of consumer and the home office together. The differences which has been produced here is basically the corporate segment value, which comes as a different. Maybe if I wanted to understand the just a consumer products, I uncheck home office, the value that is been getting produced is basically 18,350. The difference is basically contributed from corporate and home office together. The value of 19,521 is basically contributing from consumer, simple as that. So this is what an idea of being understanding a selected value and a not selected value, what is the differences in each other, simple as that. Cool. If you wanted to understand, again I don't want any of this one, maybe like I wanted to get the freezed number parallelly, the overall sum values. Yep, cool, let me create one more value, quantity. I would give a fixed value of quantity, simple as that. So sum of, within that I would be generating the fixed value, fixed value. Within the fixed value I would be generating a sum of quantity. Cool, this is the fixed value of that. I get this one. Now on top of it, I come here on the quantity, I just drag and drop it here. Cool, then yeah, look at it here. The quantity is 13,873, and then the contributed value towards, basically from the first value is quantity. The quantity produced is consumer, which is 19,521. The 18,352 is the contribution of corporate and home office together. Cool, this is an idea of creating a calculation field and then generating the filtered and deselected and selected values across manners. Simple as that. Cool, then yeah, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.